I'm Rob.
And I'm Louie.
And this is a Barefoot Gaming review of Please Don't Touch Anything 3D. Please Don't Touch Anything 3D is a cryptic, brain-racking, button-pushing simulation. Covering for a colleague who's taking a bathroom break, you find yourself in front of a mysterious console consisting of green screen monitor with a live image of an unknown city. Also present is an ominous red button with a simple instruction to not touch anything. Push it and expect to be held liable for any unintended aftermath, and there will be many. Scavenge the room for clues, tools, and buttons to solve the riddles and triggered explosive events. Go ahead, press the button. You know you want to. Okay, so that gave you a really rough idea of what Please Don't Touch Anything 3D is, aside from being a really, really long name. Louie, what's the game have you do?
It's exactly as the title says, you're escaping the room, except your title doesn't say that at all.
No, it's just like the title says, you're escaping the room.
It's the exact opposite of what the title says. If you don't touch anything, you don't really get to play. There's a red button in front of you and a couple switches, and as you press buttons and switches, other switches pop up and you have to destroy the world.
What happens is there's a guy that steps out of the room, says don't touch anything. Obviously you have to touch things. There are machines all around you, there's clues in binders, there's numbers on the wall, there's a chalkboard or a whiteboard that's got numbers written on it and stuff. So you just have to play with different combinations of everything. Now, I found this a little frustrating because sometimes the combination is you just keep pressing the red button over and over and over and over and over, and then something will pop out. And then you do the red button, the switch to the left, a bunch of numbers, and you just keep coming back to that. So the whole room is kind of just clues. Everything still happens on the control panel basically in front of you.
One of the things I was a little bit disappointed with is once you figure out the correct combination for one event, you have to hit reset. I don't know how long I played that game.
Yep.
Still trying to figure out the next event, not knowing I had to reset. Obviously, reset is normally there for when you're stuck. This is there after you finish a round and would like to start another.
I would also like to point out that we did not coordinate ahead of time, and that is why I am so severely underdressed.
That's right.
Compared to Louie here. Aside from that, there isn't really anything. It's one room, you walk around, you interact with either your Oculus Touch controllers or with your HTC Vive controllers. You can teleport if you don't actually have the physical room.
Which is a plus. There's a lot of games where you're required to have a large amount of space. This one you can move around in that closet space.
Who are you quoting?
Parentheses.
Oh, isn't that you parentheses to quote
No
someone?
one knows.
Don't worry, I'll cut that out anyways, but I thought, I'm just curious.
It makes me feel like Paula Abdul.
How's that?
Well, because she was always the nice one, and then you're obviously that British guy.
Basically, that's it. Let's get to the actual review part here. How many big red buttons out of 10 do you give this, Louie?
I would give it 3.5 big red buttons out of 10, just because after you find the first couple clues, it really dries up, and it was really hard to play after the first couple rounds.
I would give this 2 big red buttons out of 10. I wanted to like this game. I actually liked the visuals. I think it's a neat idea. Sure, give us just the one room to stand in, but it's a monotonous kind of thinking. I did not find this fun. The first time we got something to work, I'm like, yay! And then when we had to try like 70 different things, and it's like, none of this is working. What if I turn the binder on end and we do this? And what if we... It's just too much.
It was an awful lot of wasted time in trying to rediscover things when, in fact, you have to reuse a lot of the same ideas to get to different points.
Which isn't necessarily lazy. They've got a bunch of different ways that you can end the world or save the world, or depending on which button and which order press you do.
But one thing you need to know is once you've solved the puzzle a certain way, you might need between 1% and, 50 or 75 to get to the next puzzle ending.
Yeah, so you might be doing the exact same thing again up to a certain point, and then you change something. Spoiler alert, there's a point where you have to take your hammer and hit a door in the front after you've done a bunch of other things. It's just too much.
To open the drawer, you need a hammer. There's no lock to break, it's just the way you open it.
And you can only do it after you've pressed the other buttons in a certain order. That's it. That's the review for
Please Don't Touch Anything 3D.
Let us know if there's something you want us to review. Also, keep in mind we're going to be going through as much as we can. New stuff, old stuff. We just want to make sure that all the bases are covered.
Yeah.
Talk to you again real soon.
Bye.
Bye.